Yeah, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, of course, depending for where you hear my voice from. Ladies and gentlemen, right before our eyes, right before the public, right before international medias now, as I just finished the audio concerning how Omoyele Sowore, the human rights activist and former presidential candidate of the African, Democratic Party, how he met Nnamdi Kanu at Federal High Court Abuja under Justice James Kolawole Omoyele. I just finished that video, came out from my office to, get a few things around. The next thing we saw, ladies and gentlemen, was, probably heavily armed police officers who had stormed the venue, within the courts and arrested Moyale Sowore right before the eyes of the public, right before the social media, right before the mass media. Yeah, so it's a breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking now, police arrest Sowore after court appearance for Nnamdi Kanu. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Biafran enthusiasts, fellow freedom lovers, men of goodwill, it's a very unfortunate one that this is happening at the spur of the moment, right at this material, it's dramatical time, if you like. At this time, this point in time, we want to announce that Moyole Sowore has been arrested by the police, and they said it is by the orders of the Inspector General of Police. They have been looking for him, and they have arrested him, especially within the courts when he came, to meet and talk with, discuss briefly with Mazen Namdekanu at James Omotosho's High Court here in Abuja. Ladies and gentlemen, take it or leave it. The breaking news now is that, yes, Moyole Sowore has been whisked away from the president of the Federal High Court in Abuja by armed policemen shortly after he made appearance for the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, let's go into the details proper. Yes, here at Abuja right now, happening live and direct, is the breaking news that former presidential candidate and activist Omoyele Sowore has been whisked away from the presence of the Federal High Court in Abuja by armed policemen shortly after he made appearance for the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. Sowore, who is a frontline agitator for Nnamdi Kanu's release from detention, was on Thursday accosted by the security operatives who insisted he must move with them to the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Police Command. Asked what his offense was, one of the officers explained that they were executing an order from the Commissioner of Police. Quote, the Commissioner of Police said we should bring you to the office, the officer added. Even though he queried the absence of a letter of invitation to him, Sowore, who maintained that his lawyer must accompany him, was taken away in a police van. It will be recalled that the activist and publisher of an online news platform, Sahara Reporters, was among the organizers of the hashtag Free Nnamdi Kanu protest that rocked Abuja and other parts of the country last Monday. In the course of the protest, 12 persons, including Kanu's younger brother, Emmanuel, and one of his lawyers, Aloye Dimako, were arrested and subsequently remanded at the Kuje prisons. Police in the first information report, FIR, it filed before a chief magistrate court at Kuje, alleged that the defendants during the hashtag Free Nnamdi Kanu protest, which he said was held in disobedience to a court order, chanted war songs while disrupting the free flow of traffic. It alleged that they engaged in criminal conspiracy, incited disturbance, and disturbed public peace. Offense is punishable under sections 152, 114, and 113 of the Penal Code law. The charge against them read, quote, that on 20th day of October 2025, you, number one, Barrister Lawyer Jumoka, number two, Prince Emmanuel Kanu, number three, Joshua Emmanuel, number four, Bishop Wilson Anyalewechi, five, Barrister Okere Kingdom, Nnamdi, six, Clinton Chiamaneze, 7. Gabriel Joshua. 8. Isiaka Husseini. 9. Onyekachi Ferdinand. 10. Amadi Prince. 11. Edison Ojisom. And 12. Godwill Obiama. All male adults of FCT Abuja were arrested by a team of security agents in different locations within FCT while involving yourselves in inciting disturbance and breach of public peace in disobedience to a court order denying other citizens the freedom of movement, disrupting free flow of traffic while chanting war songs, and requesting for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, who is undergoing lawful trial at the Federal High Court in a manner that threatens national security. You thereby committed the above mentioned offenses, unquote. Excuse me. The court fixed Friday to take the plea of the defendants on the charge. It is not yet clear if the charge will be amended to include Sowore as a defendant. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the breaking news. That's the way it is. I just thought I should make a brief mention of it. I mean, we were here eulogizing, and celebrating Omoyele Sowore for, despite being a Yoruba man, for despite all his engagements, finding time to come to the resumption of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's trial today at Abuja under his leadership, his judgeship, Justice James Kolawole Omotosho. We thanked him because he came and he hugged Mazen Nnamdi Kanu despite the chains, despite the shackles on his feet. He hugged him and he wished him well. And two of them spoke like brothers. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu called him a soul brother in whom he is well pleased. And Sowore looked at Nnamdi Kanu right in the face and said, I'm sorry about your health challenges. I'm sorry about the politics being played with your life. I'm sorry about these trials and mistrials. I'm sorry about the fact that your lawyers have all, your defense lawyers, your lawyers have gone away. I'm sorry by the fact that you have to represent yourself. I want you to know that I am with you all the way. Anything you want from me, anything you desire of me, anything you demand of me, I will do it religiously without fear or favor. And I want to tell you, Nnamdi Kanu, I believe you're a peaceful man. I believe you're not a terrorist. I believe you're not a convict. I believe there's nothing against you. And I believe strongly that the other apex courts, 4 of them that have, granted you, acquittal in all the charges, I believe they should be upheld. You should be a free man. And I'm happy and glad that I was part and parcel of, the hashtag Free Nnamdi Kanu now. And I want to assure you brotherly, that I will continue in that march past, in that protest until you come out, until you are unconditionally released. Having said this, Omoyele, Sowore hugged, they embraced, they hugged, and he told Mazen Kanu, I love you and I stand by you. You are fearless, you are resolute, and you're a man of the people. Don't mind the Southeast leaders, don't mind your governors, don't mind Jasuludo, don't mind Hope Uzodinma, don't mind Ozakalu, don't mind David Umahi, the works minister, don't mind all these people who are bloated because, of course, they represent AGIP and the government in power. They are the ones who are stealing from the cookie jar. They're the ones who are benefiting from the misrule, so-called misrule from a clueless government. Yes, don't mind people like Joy Ibokwe. This is the man, I don't know what to do in APC. Back to back, all these years he's been there. They're not giving him any appointment. They're not recognizing him. But every other time, he's rubbishing his Igbo people, rubbishing his fellow Igbo people, and speaking badly about the Biafra movement. Omoyele Sowore assured Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, I'll be with you to the end. I trust you, I believe in you, and I love you. Ladies and gentlemen, for a man who said these beautiful words, you just celebrated with our Mazemon leader, a man who had the guts to follow him right into Justice James Kolawole Omotosho's court and praised him despite his chains, despite his shackles. The next thing we saw, ladies and gentlemen, is that he has been arrested by a team of policemen armed to the teeth, without a warrant of arrest, without any documents. He has been whisked away, and they said because the Commissioner of Police, FCT, wants him dead or alive. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to pause here. We don't know what is happening yet. We want to get full details, more details, and I promise, as the Biafra Superstars Media, has always done, I promise to give you unimpeded, unhindered, and a blow-by-blow account of what happens from now henceforth. Ladies and gentlemen, we call a spade, not an agricultural instrument. That's our mantra. That's our philosophy. God bless you all. Let's see how it turns up. Bye-bye for now.
Yeah, check me out. Superstars Media. Lord Logan, Bloomington, Lord Logan, and it's wild Flora show. 1914 amalgamation is what we dying for. 3 nations to 1 nation, ever since annihilation. Nepotism is nonsense. You and you, clap your hands. Biafra gonna come, clap your hands. Biafra, Oduduwa, we're free now. Freedom is gonna come, we're free now. Yeah.